All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, let's go!
Watson with a give to Miller. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Watson on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Good job.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40, 30, 10. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got a little dip. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way down to the 5. A big run there by Johnson, and even 70 yards on the pickup. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
It's a party now. Greystone, travel. Go. SOS. 36. Hey, check. Hey, lock it. Shoot.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay.
51's the mic.
From the 29, Locke. And able to find Alan Lazard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Screen. That's screen.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Being chased out left. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go.
And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Check. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, tight. Check 99. Leo. He's checking. Crash.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Alan Lazard, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Texans take over at their own 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great...
And that's caught inside the 30. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 49 yards.
He had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Back to throw, Watson, escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson steps away to his left. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A 40-yard attempt.
Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check it back, check it back.
Bravo!
51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Five.
Block now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Strong right. Strong right.
Hey, 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 hey.
3 out. 3 out.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Ready, ready?
Block will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Here's Watson. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On first down, Locke. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markevius Mingo in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson buying time to his left. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, look at me, zipper.
Stay with your man. Mike 51, Mike 51. Tackles.
Go.
51 to Mike.
Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
We go set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, let's go. I'm coming after you.
Five.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'm coming, baby. Why? Get wide. Right here, guys. Fight.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What do you see?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey! Speaker,
To throw it is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on third and long. Locke. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, let's go. It's time to come. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 51 the mic, boys. 51. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Watson. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
You got nothing to do. You got 9 to go.
To throw again on second down. Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Watch the slant.
Lock again here on second and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Lock's throw caught by Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch the screen. Pass. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Army.
Throwing on third and long. Block. And that will be incomplete. Well, it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Dancing to his left. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. Blocked now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, Miller. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Johnson running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down. It's Freeman. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that again.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A big spot now for the rookie Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Let's go! Let's go!
16 yards, a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Locke now on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Go.
Back to throw. Locke going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
Mike 51, Mike
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.